Hey you guys, it's Peter, and I'm back. Of course I'm back, I'm not going anywhere. Beast! Peekaboo, I see you because I'm YouTube famous now. Shimmy shimmy, the album available in the fall of 2022. Maybe. Dad, wouldn't you guys die if I actually put out an album? Dad, AF, rock on gold dust, woman, beast. How are you guys doing today? Well, let me get a little lip gloss going. When your lips are dry as mine, then it's Luna Beauty time. I actually wasn't going to film any videos today besides my vlog because I was sitting out on my front porch and it is so hot in Indianapolis today. I think it's about 90. Tomorrow it's supposed to be like in the mid 60s. It's supposed to drop really, really low. And so I was sitting outside and it was hot and I was like, oh my God, it's so hot. And probably a little bit like Deaf Noodle's Comedy Club because I'm sure he doesn't have any air conditioning in there. But anyway, I was so burning up outside, and then my neighbor, I went across the street because if you do watch my vlog, she has all summer been working on her garden and it's absolutely gorgeous. So she allowed me to film her garden the other day and I included it in the vlog, and people were so nice, they were so kind, and it was just like every comment was like, oh my God, her garden is gorgeous. And so I went over there and I showed her the comments and I was like, people really loved your garden and you should be so proud of yourself. And so anyway, then I came back and I was sitting on my front porch and my neighbor, her husband, he came over and he was talking to me about this place that he loves to go in Cincinnati. I think it's called Jungle Gyms or something. It's like this huge grocery store, and he goes down there to get his replenishments of hot sauce. And so he's going down there this weekend and he was asking me if I wanted anything, right? So anyway, because my husband loves hot sauce, so they kind of go back and forth and exchange hot sauces and stuff. It's real cute, okay? We live in a neighborhood that has an HOA. Y'all know that. I'm running for the HOA president. So anyway, so that was my day, and I was kind of like, is there anything going on? And then I was looking through my receipts. The receipts, Whitney. And then I got out of my receipts, and I was watching this video. Y'all want to know what I watch on YouTube? I know people always ask me what I watch. I think people think I'm like infatuated with watching like Rylan vlogs or Shane's podcast or Trisha Paytas's 500 videos or whatever, but like that's not typically what I watch on YouTube. I actually love this guy, and he's like a Bravo commentator, and his channel is called Up and Adam, and I love his channel so much, and he is always giving out all the exclusive tea. So I was watching this. This is not from his channel though, but this is from Bravo's channel, and it is 6 times Nene Leakes and Kenya Moore got into it, The Real Housewives of Atlanta, which is one of my favorite franchises of life. And they're currently in their reunion. And so I was watching this because my good Judy Tanya and I, like, y'all think I get heated in these videos about these YouTubers. Y'all are like, you have a hate boner for Shane Dawson. Y'all should hear about how my good Judy Tanya Jean and I talk about these people, okay? We got into such an argument about the reunion because, well, I'm kind of afraid to share who like the people are that I have a soft spot in my heart for. But anyway, because then people that don't like that person, then they're like, I'm unsubscribing. You know, it's like when I said that cats are aliens. It's like all these people were like, well, I have a cat, and so I'm unsubscribing to you because you think that cats are aliens. I think I've proven by now that cats are aliens. But anyway, so but Tanya Jean and I, we really started getting into it, right? And so I had to come up with a receipt just to always, anytime she wants to try to put me in my place, Tanya Jean, okay, about the Real Housewives of Atlanta, I now have a receipt for her. And here is the receipt right here.
You are a liar.
You are a liar. You are a liar, said Marlo. So anyway, and then I was watching The Real Housewives of Atlanta the 6 times that Nene Leakes and Kenya Moore got into it. I love watching those clips like that. So anyway, and I know that most of you come over here to hear about my television show recaps. You don't? You're the ones that are like, oh, I always fast forward through your intro. Well, you're missing the beginning of Johnny Carson. I don't know what to tell you, okay? So anyway, last night, I finished RuPaul's Drag Race Down Under, finished it, and the previous night I had finished RuPaul's Drag Race Canada, or Canada's Drag Race, and so I'm caught up on the drag races. I haven't watched the Philippines yet. That's the one that I'm going to probably watch next. So, caught up on those two shows, and now I'm watching also The Real Girlfriends of Paris. It's actually not bad. I thought it would be kind of corny, because it's all these young girls that move from the United States to Paris, but it's actually really cute, and I kind of like the storyline, so I'm watching that. But I then watched The Patient, the newest episode of The Patient. I am so bored of this show, like, honest to God. Everybody is telling me, you have to watch The Patient. I'm watching The Patient. What do you want from me, okay? I do not love Steve Carell. I don't know what it is. But anyway, I just wish I could get on here every day and make videos about this kind of stuff. I would be so happy. Nobody would watch them, right? It's like somebody yesterday, they said, oh, Peter, I miss your magazine videos. Will you go back and do magazine videos? Okay. I don't have a problem making magazine videos. It's where I read through pop culture magazines like Us and whatever. But nobody watches those videos. And what that tells me is that nobody enjoys those videos really except for, you know, a couple people. So anyway, but I was I was like, okay, I need some new show to watch because I'm in the middle of Manifest. I just finished season 1. I'm going into season 2. Well, I started season 2. So I was like, is there anything new coming out? Like, I just watched Sins of Our Mother. I've watched 53 shows this year, you guys, so far. So I got on Netflix last night, and lo and behold, Ryan Murphy's new show, Dahmer, just came out with Evan Peters, and I was like, oh my God, I totally forgot this was coming out. And it literally came out at 3 o'clock last night. And so I started watching the first episode. I watched like 5 minutes of it. But my husband is going out of town this weekend. He is going to visit his brother in San Diego, and they're going to a music festival out there, Crest, I think is what it's called. He's so excited. And so I was like, okay, I'm going to wait, and I'm going to watch it this weekend and get really into, well, I'll start watching it tonight. But so I'm really excited about that. If you didn't know, Dahmer, if you haven't watched like People vs. O.J. Simpson, the Versace show that Ryan Murphy did, Impeachment, of course, American Horror Stories, he's done such fantastic things. And a little unknown fact is Ryan Murphy is, well, he's like 7 years older than me, but he actually went to high school about 15 minutes from where I'm sitting right now. He went to high school at Warren Central High School. And he went to Indiana University in Bloomington, where my husband went, and my parents went, and he was a singing Hoosier down there, which is like this really big deal choir if you go to IU. So anyway, I was talking to my cousin Caroline today. She didn't know who Ryan Murphy was. She, of course, knows those shows, but she's like, sounds to me like I wish we knew him, though. Maybe we could get on one of the shows or be real rich. I was like, I know, right? Can you imagine if like Ryan Murphy was one of my best friends? But he's not. And people tell me the closest I'm going to ever get to Ryan Murphy, probably by 6 degrees of separation, is that people say that I remind them of Leslie Jordan. Thank you. I appreciate that. I do. I love Leslie Jordan. I think he's hilarious. But, you know, he's been in a couple American Horror Stories and things like that. So anyway, now that we are at almost 8 minutes, let's get into today's video, which is about another one of American Horror Stories, Jaclyn Hill and her complaining. Before I get into this, I just want to say, I did a video the other day, well, I don't know, it was like a week ago, and I was talking about Jaclyn Hill and affiliate codes and things like that. I mean, I could talk ad nauseum about Jaclyn Hill not disclosing her affiliate codes and things like that. And it's interesting what she's doing now, which I don't know if this is something she's done in her past. I don't watch her that closely, but we'll talk about that in just a second. But, you know, I got a lot of people on my video that commented and said, you know, like, Jaclyn Hill just lost her ex-husband, you know, how dare you talk about this situation and whatever. I feel horrific for Jaclyn Hill that John Hill passed away, you know? That has been something that I actually have watched very, very closely. You know, I reached out to both of them back in the day and felt for them and, you know, as a person in recovery, you know, and so I do feel very, very strongly about that. Jaclyn Hill has also continued to post things on YouTube, and this is where it's like, I guess I don't know, as a drama commentary channel, like, how long, like, I feel horrible for her. I really, really do. Does that give her 3 months grace to just act up? Does that give her 6 months grace? Does that give her a year? Like, I don't know, like, the appropriate time where you just say, okay, you're not going to say anything about this person anymore. She's gone on. She's continued to complain about social media stuff, because that's what I'm going to talk about her today, is her complaining about not getting the views that she wants to get on Instagram because of the algorithm. Like, if she's complaining about it, I feel like it's fair to comment on that. And I want to say this, is that in my video yesterday, because I think this is an important part with my channel going forward, you know, in my video yesterday, I'm talking about Trisha Paytas, and there were so many people on there that I didn't really think much about it doing the video, honestly. I got so many comments from people that said, this was a really excellent video that you did, Peter, and I really appreciate you saying things the way that you said them. I just said what I felt. And what I said was that, you know, like, I think in the next step of evolution of talking about cancellation and cancel culture and things like that, like Jaclyn Hill is somebody that she's going to continue to thrive. Maybe not at the same level that she did before, but she's going to continue to thrive, right? I feel like with Trisha Paytas, I was saying, you know, that I'm going to continue to call out her problematic behavior. Like, there's no reason why I wouldn't do that as a drama commentary channel. There's no reason why we can't have those conversations as people that follow the internet. But at the same time, can we not, like, be human enough that we, you know, send out our condolences to people or wish them their successes or congratulate them on the birth of their children? You know, and talking about the Real Housewives of Atlanta, if you watch it, Marlo, one of the castmates, who was a friend of the franchise for a long time, and this is her first season as a castmate, she was going on talking about, she's done a lot of, like, really unforgivable stuff this, like, in seasons past, and really called people horrific names, and people have called her horrific names and things like that, and I kind of have a soft spot in my heart for Marlo. And but there was a part in the episode where, or the reunion, where she was talking about how she had been in all these foster cares, and, like, she had been through, like, 4 or 5 foster care families. She talked about going to county jail. She talked about really tough stuff to do with her life. Can we not, as human beings, say, like, I am so sympathetic and empathetic about what you went through as a human being? Like, no human being deserves to go through that, right? And have that discussion. And then at the same time, you know, or down the road, talk about problematic behaviors that exist with that person too. I think there's this thing on YouTube, and it also extends to, like, when you're talking about, like, Jeffree Star or, like, Trisha Paytas. And, like, when the whole thing came out about Hair by Jay saying the things about Trisha Paytas, and then Trisha Paytas was saying that Jeffree Star said things, and it was like the whole internet was kind of split over Trisha Paytas is a horrible person or Jeffree Star is a horrible person. Why can't they both be kind of bad people? Like, why can't, or maybe not bad people, but why can't they be people that are putting out negativity into the world, you know? Like, I don't necessarily love to say that people are horrible people, but I mean, I do from time to time. But why is it that we have to pick a favorite? Like, why isn't that we can't just look at it from a really human, honest point of view and be like, both of these people, you know, are making really bad decisions, or they're doing things that aren't really that nice, right? So, but in this situation, let's focus on what we're talking about. So I just wanted to kind of discuss that, because I think going forward, you know, it's like, if I do a video and I give constructive criticism, or I talk about an issue at hand, or whatever, people that are super fans of those people are quick to say, you hate this person, you don't like this person, blah, blah, blah. No, that's not the case at all. And I can be sympathetic. I can be congratulatory. I can be a human being in those moments that are necessary and feel for that person, right? But that doesn't mean that we're not going to continue to talk about the problematic behavior when it occurs. So let's do that today, okay? Today I want to talk about Jaclyn Hill and what she posted on Instagram a couple days ago. So Jaclyn Hill, and I talked about this in my last video with her, she kind of fed out this idea that she was going to do this whole styling video. Now, I thought she was going to post this video on her YouTube channel, because she talked about how she had picked out all these sneakers and she had styled them with outfits, and that she was going to post it on, you know, she just said she was going to post it, and that she was kind of nervous about posting it, she said. What's interesting to me about this, okay, is that she then comes out, hold on a second, let me get into the receipts, Whitney. Can I find them? Where are they at? I guess I should probably put on my reading glasses, shouldn't I? I literally just had them pulled up and now they're gone. Okay, so Def Noodles, Trisha Paytas, Gabby Hanna. Oh wait, here's the old Jaclyn Hill receipt. Hold on, I don't need that. Okay, where is it at? Oh my God, I just literally just have this pulled up. Here it is, here it is, here it is. Okay, so she posted this. I will screenshot it and put it up there for you. And it's her with the reel, okay? And it says, please read the caption. It sucks when you do something that took so much time and effort and had a blast creating just for the algorithm to let you down. So I'm going to go over to the picture, because I have it all pulled up right here on Jaclyn Hill. And her caption says, I had so much fun filming these. It sucks that the algorithm isn't favoring them because I put a ton of effort in, but oh well. It felt good to do full body looks again, right? And so she puts up this whole like Instagram storyline. Now, here's the thing that I think, and I've talked about this in several videos now, okay? I don't consider myself an influencer. I don't love the word influencer, even though I use it from time to time. I think it's such a phony word. I just think it's like, oh, I'm an influencer of the world. I just think it's like, what? Okay. But the reality is she is an influencer. She does influence people to buy things, okay? With her nonsensical, endless links that she constantly posts, of which she did, okay, on this, and on her Instagram story, everything from, she posted last night, she was like sitting there, it was before she went out to dinner with Lipstick Nick, and she had this Nike sweatshirt on, and it was literally just like, I think it was like a green or a blue Nike sweatshirt, and it had like the swoosh thing on it, and she was like, so many people are asking me where I got this sweatshirt. Really, girl? A Nike sweatshirt? You think people can't type in green Nike sweatshirt and figure that out on their own? And that's where, for me, it's a little bit like, I mean, because a lot of times she'll be like, you know, this hair whatever thing, you know, tie. I'm so obsessed with them, and so many people in my DMs are asking me where I got these hair ties. You know, and it's like, okay, and so then she'll link these hair ties. She's making percentages of money off of that, right? Like, she's making money off of that. And somebody commented on my video the other day, and they said, when you go to the link, it says that the person makes a certain amount of money off that. That's on Amazon's end. Like, if Amazon is the website, and all the other, Lululemon and all these other websites that she links, that's on their end to protect themselves, okay? Or their selves. It's not on Jaclyn Hill's end. Jaclyn Hill still has to put hashtag ad. I don't really understand at this point why that is so difficult. I mean, I've asked this time and time and time and time again in videos, why she literally refuses. I mean, she knows it by now. Enough people have called her out about it, why she refuses to do it. And she's got to make a bank off of this because she links literally everything, okay? I don't care if it's from, you know, a cutting board to a fork, to a hair tie, to a Nike sweatshirt, to a pair of socks, to a rubber duck for her bathtub. I don't care what it is, okay? I mean, she is constantly linking everything and saying, oh, everybody's asking me for it. So she must be a pretty big influencer of the world, right? Okay, so what I was going to talk about was the fact that Instagram is really pushing people to do Instagram Reels. And they've even come out and said, like, if you're an influencer. Now, I'm not an influencer, but they sent me the message, too, about how much they'll pay you, okay? Which is so funny because I then saw somebody post, I've been posting over and over and over again on my Instagram Reels, and I should be paid such and such amount of money, but I still haven't been paid by Instagram, whatever. So at first, I posted a couple Instagram Reels because I wanted to see, like, if it would, like, I really want to just kind of test it to see if it would boost you in the algorithm, because what Instagram was saying was that they wanted to go to these Instagram Reels, right? Why? Because of TikTok. And now TikTok is like the prince of the city. That's why YouTube is doing the shorts, and Facebook's got their little thing, and everybody's going to this, you know, short versions of the videos, right? Okay, so the Reels are Instagram's version of that. So they're really trying to get people to do that. So even to pay them, all right? So Jaclyn Hill comes out, and she posts this thing, and she says that she's not getting the views, which is interesting to me that on the post, she says that. So I don't know if she went in and she edited the post and said that, but she currently, hold on a second, my husband is texting me. She currently has 71,184,000 likes on this, okay? If you go into her next one, she has 32,505 likes. Her next post, oh no, this is the styling one. Thought I would try something new. I've been obsessed with sneakers recently, so I styled a few easy outfits. Which is your favorite? Oh no, that's just kind of like the preview of it, okay? 48,719 views. Then she goes in, my friend, she talks about, okay, 46,000 views. 67,000 views. This is the Essential Collection released on August 25th. Then she goes in here and, hold on a second, the Strawberry Fields Collection. It doesn't say how many people she has. This is where she's talking about the Strawberry Fields Collection, 37,000 views, okay? So when you look at her history of how many views she's getting, based on the algorithm or not, she's getting double on this last Instagram Reel than she got before, right? And I just feel like there's this entitlement to Jaclyn Hill. You know, she says she works so hard. I want to read you, actually, a comment that I got from somebody. Hold on a second. Of course I went all, okay. So I got this comment from somebody in my DMs and they said, so anyway, let me go back and read these to you because this will make sense. So she goes in here and she says, please read the caption. It sucks when you do something that took so much time and effort and had a blast creating just for the algorithm to let you down. So she's saying that she really had a blast doing all this, whatever. Well, if you had a blast doing it and you had so much fun doing it, then, I mean, you're still making good money off this. Why would it matter, okay? Also, ... every single, in all caps, thing I wore is linked on my Like to Know It. But I'm going to link something that's that I find incredibly necessary for fall for you guys here, okay? Now, Like to Know It is this like fashion influencer, flash. If most of you out there probably know what it is, but all of these women that are like fashion bloggers, I think a few men, but mostly it's women, that have like fashion bloggers do like outfit of the day and all that kind of stuff. They have Like to Know It, okay? And what they do is they link all of this stuff that they love to this website, and then you can go and buy it from there, I think, and then there's like a percentage that you get off of that. And so it's these people that are getting 200,000 views, you know, on their Like to Know It's, are making really pretty good money off their Like to Know It's, right? What's interesting to me is Jaclyn Hill came out with this website like a year ago that was going to be all of her favorites of things. Do you remember that? And I said at the time, like I compared it. If you go back and watch that video, I know I said it. I compared it to this Like to Know It. And I'm like, this is smart for her to do this because then she'll have all of her favorites in one place. Why is she using Like to Know It? And what happened to that website? Did 25 million people come on at the same time and it crashed like her other launches? I'm just asking because I'm confused as to what happened to all of that, right? Okay. So then she links this vest. I will be wearing this on repeat all fall, winter. They come out with one every year and they sell out quickly. And I think it's a Lululemon vest. And then she says, this sweater, I bought it in gray and black because I know I'll be wearing, we don't edit over here. I bought it in gray and black because I know I'll be wearing this until next March. So cozy and can be worn with anything. And she links a sweater. Okay, here you go. Here's the sweater. I'm not going to put these up. Here's the vest. Okay. Uh-oh. And then she says, this Amazon workout set, I own it in so many colors and absolutely love it. So supportive, and the fit is 10 out of 10. Only $30, and she links that. So she said she was going to link one thing that was special, but she ended up linking 3 things that were special because I guess the money's just too good or something. Then she posts this, okay? And it says, this person asks you, or asks her, if you truly loved making this content, stop begging for views. That was a comment on her post. And she responds to it and says, at the bottom, she puts, every creator understands where I'm coming from. And she says, let me explain. I've been on social media for 11 years. I put in so much work to earn and grow my following organically and to build a business that now takes care of my family and 20 employees. Instagram has now decided to change its algorithm and not show my followers, the ones that I worked very hard to earn, my content. So no, I am not begging for views. I'm begging for Instagram to be fair again and give creators what they deserve. Well, Jaclyn, I know that you've worked really, really hard to build your platform. If you watched my last video, one of the things that I said, when she said in there, if she's learned anything in her 11 years of being on YouTube and Instagram and being an influencer, if she's learned anything, the one thing that she's learned is how awful people can be. And I said that I thought that that was really hurtful to the people that have continued to follow her, buy her products, that have been a fan, that have supported her, that have defended her over and over and over again. When I tell you the amount of DMs and comments that I received as a result of saying that in the video from fans of Jaclyn Hill's that said, I was so hurt when she said that, and I am so hurt when Jaclyn constantly complains about not getting this and not getting that, when I have bought all of her products and I have continued to support her time and time and time again. It just is, the entitlement is unbelievable, and at this point, I can no longer support her, okay? With each botched launch that she has had, there's been a whole group of people that have said, I can no longer support her. She goes on and does things and doesn't take responsibility. She comes out and says, I'm going to fix these things, and there's very little accountability for it. There's things that have happened in the past, I don't need to name them, that she said she's going to talk about, that she's never come out and talked about in the long run, okay? There's whole channels dedicated to Jaclyn Hill and her lies that she says she doesn't lie. And so Jaclyn wants to understand why she's not getting the views that she's not getting anymore. Well, first of all, girl, you hardly ever post on YouTube. Most people found you as a result on YouTube. And I went in here and I looked at her YouTube channel, right? Because I wanted to see if she posted this style video. Oh, hold on a sec. Oh, now I got out of the Nene Links thing. Oh, well. All for Jaclyn Hill. So I went in here to see how often Jaclyn Hill's posting. And the last video she posted was 9 days ago, and it was a short. You truly are not prepared for how delicious this is. 13 days ago, life update, a lot has changed. 1 month ago, my birthday did not go as planned. And then my current fitness must-haves, another link video, 1 month ago. 2 months ago, how to make the most delicious taco salad ever. And then 3 months ago, my current everyday glam and something new. So the majority of people that followed you for the makeup, okay, and fell in love with you for the makeup are now not getting any makeup content on Instagram, on YouTube, anywhere, okay? Unless you're releasing a launch that you're trying to sell them to buy. And those people are buying it because they love you, you know? It was interesting because on her Instagram story last night, somebody asked her, she like shared this DM where somebody was like, what are those lashes? I love them. And she said, oh, this is like, I special ordered them or special made them or something. I'll have to show you how I did it this week. And I thought, that would be a perfect YouTube video. Like that would be a video, Jaclyn, that people that are your fans would love. Because Jaclyn still has a core, you know, fan base, right? But when you're constantly complaining about stuff, it doesn't make it seem like you're very grateful for this platform that has allowed you to support your 20 employees, your families, your house, everything like that, right? Like, it just doesn't seem like you're that grateful for that. And I got a bunch of DMs about it, but I do want to read this one DM that I think concisely kind of shares with everybody like how people feel about it. And this person responded to me and said, on the heels of her talking about her content, what content? She doesn't work hard on her socials at all anymore. She is in such denial on what hard work on your brand really means. She is constantly complaining. Where are the makeup tutorials? That's where she gained followers. And I think this is where she wants to change her content, and she can. She can do whatever she wants to do, right? But she also has to be aware that if I change my content, I'm probably going to lose some people. The people that were watching me for my get readies with me, that they loved, of me just sitting down there and talking, or people that want to see me how I do this lash or whatever, you know. And she did, like, she's going out to dinner and she's in full glam. That would take 10 minutes to show her doing her makeup in front of her mirror, right? Like, she could film that and she could throw that up on her her YouTube and it'd be very unedited. And I think her fans would still love that, right? So, you know, I think what she doesn't realize is you're going to lose followers. This isn't just Instagram's fault. Yes, the algorithm is off on Instagram. We know that, okay? James Charles constantly reminds us of that. Tati Westbrook constantly reminds us of that. Jaclyn Hill constantly, we know the algorithm's off, okay? Then don't focus on Instagram as being your main place anymore. Go over to TikTok. Go over to YouTube, right? Give your fans what they want. This is what I've been talking about with Deaf Noodles. If you want to ruin your career, I pointed back to my comedy club. Becky, Darlene, and DJ. But if you want to ruin your career, ruin your career. If you want your career back, listen to what your fans are saying. They want commentary and tea videos. With Jaclyn Hill, they want makeup. So if you're going to complain about your following and why you're not getting views anymore, take a look at why that is, okay? And she doesn't have to. She doesn't have to do that at all. If she's happy putting out the content that she's putting out, she can continue to make every video about a healthy taco salad that she's making. More power to her. But girl, don't complain when you're not getting the same views that you got 9 or 10 years ago on making a taco salad. Because maybe not a lot of your fans really care about a taco salad, you know? Maybe they came here for the eyeliner and the lashes. I'm just speculating. I don't know, right? But let's take a real look at this. This doesn't take brain science to figure this stuff out, okay? I'm not a genius. I'm just somebody that's sitting here watching this, and I'm thinking, if I was a super fan of Jaclyn Hill, I don't know that I would, I mean, it's like I was telling you guys about that Up and Adam, you know, channel that I like to watch. If all of a sudden he started making videos about Rick and Morty, I don't watch Rick and Morty. I wouldn't watch those videos. More power to him that he wants to change his channel. But I'm not going to watch videos about Rick and Morty, okay? I've watched maybe one season with my brother-in-law, and I thought it was kind of funny, but I don't really get it. So I don't know, you know. I stopped smoking the ganj like 27 years ago. So I think that's what you have to do to understand Rick and Morty. But that's beside the point. But you know what I mean? Like if you're going to change up your channel, you have to understand that you're going to lose some people with that too. Maybe over time you'll gain some new ones. Who knows? But anyway, I just wish she would stop complaining and be grateful for what she has. Anyway, let me know what you think in the comment section below. I love you guys and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.